wall coming down the street.
I know, you always do. I'll see what I'm doing. What time's it at, girls?
No. All right, let's go.
What does Kathleen say? Kathleen's on, so back.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock.
I'd like to call the regular meeting to order at
8 o'clock?
8 o'clock. We're going to do a flag salute followed by a moment of silence. Do you young men want to start us off on the Pledge of Allegiance? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody remain standing, please, for a moment of silence.
Thank you.
All attendees and participants agreed to conduct themselves in a manner appropriate for public gathering. Individual speakers should be advised that no right of privacy protects a person's public comments made in a public forum. Accordingly, all participants bear responsibility for their own statements and commentary. So tonight we have two presentations of Eagle Scouts, so I'm going to turn the microphone on over here. And if you want to come up.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. I'll be speaking about my Eagle Scout project called Woodville Village. If you can just...
You just say next and I'll click for you.
next. Thank you. Okay, so before I start off this presentation, I'd like to thank everyone who made this project possible. We have Miss Pat Butch from Baird Homestead. She's been a great mentor towards me and really helping coordinate everything, and she's been a great help. I have Dr. Bill Erickson from the Rutgers Department of Agriculture. He helped with the planting and making sure all the trees are planted and good to go. Mr. Kevin Abernathy from DPW, making sure all the supplies were there. And then a couple other organizations, the Millstone Township Historic Preservation Commission, the Shade Tree Commission, and my Scouts and Leaders from Troop 116. A little bit about me. I'm a Boy Scout from Troop 116 here in Millstone Township, and I'm working towards my Eagle Scout project to help create a meaningful project. The purpose of this garden is to honor and preserve the history of an African American community that worked on Baird Farm. And after emancipation, they moved to an area called Woodville Village, where they still live to this day. And the story of the resilience, unity, and contribution to the township will be shared through this space. Next. Alright, so the project details includes building a 2 construction benches and a sign. And there's already a concrete slab there, if you can see, an informational sign. The sign will go in front of it. The one I'm building is just the name of the park. And then May 9th, which already happened, we planted the trees and bushes and fenced it all up. And yeah, thanks. Alright, so first off, we needed to fundraise because this is a Boy Scout project and the cost was over $1,000. We need to fundraise for this, so I was lucky enough to meet my goal. I reached out to my friends, my family, my scouts, and it was really successful. Alright, so now that the fundraising's done, we did the soil testing because we're planting trees. So basically soil testing is where you dig holes into multiple grounds and you want to make sure you cover the whole area where the trees are going to be planted. You put it in a bucket, mix it around, and then I went to Rutgers, dropped off the soil bag, and they got it tested for me. Next up was marking out the trees. Dr. Bill Erickson, he recommended that we do 10 feet per tree in distance. This would give it enough time for the roots to grow out and for everything to grow properly. Next. And then May 9th was my first work day, so I headed up 30 minutes early and went to go prep. It was supposed to rain, so that's why you see I have the tent and the shovels and all that. And then after that, we did the digging of the holes. When all my scouts and friends came over, we were able to dig the holes 2 feet by 2 feet, and that was good enough for the trees to be able to be planted. And testing results for the soil came back, and Dr. Erickson recommended that we treat it because it was very acidic for the trees. So basically what I'm doing is I'm putting the treatment and I'm dispensing it around the whole area to making sure that the soil is treated. planting the trees and shrubs. Once the holes are dug and the dispensed, if all the amendments are done, we dug the holes 2 feet by 2 feet, and then we put the trees and shrubs in. And the key tip Dr. Erickson recommended is that the roots of the dirt should be level with the ground. Otherwise, if the tree's too far into the hole, it can get suffocated, and we didn't want that. And then fencing, while we were working on digging the holes and planting the trees, we had another group doing the fencing. And we did this because the bushes are, like, to be fine with the deer, but the deer will eat the trees, so we wanted to keep as much control in there for the deers. Next up was watering the trees. So first we didn't have the water bag, so we just put the hose on for the trees for about 30 seconds to a minute, and that was good enough. And now we do have the water bag, so that's all watered up. And lastly, we put the wood chips in the mulching so it looks more visible and it'll protect the roots and soil. And those are my scouts and friends and volunteers that came to help me with this project. And so coming up May 24th this Sunday, if the weather allows me to, we will be doing the last part of my project, which is the benches and the sign. And so it's 2 benches that are already pre-treated, and then we just need to build them there, and then the sign is there as well. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we get a picture with you guys? And
Absolutely. You gonna do it now? Yeah. Chris, come on up here. Right in the middle.
Okay,
Kevin, get in here.
come on, Mr. Kevin.
Yes.
You're named in the presentation. You have to be.
DPW.
DPW.
1, 2, 3. 1 second one. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Sounds like a great project.
Appreciate project.
Thank you so much.
Chris, what was the most challenging part of the project?
So we did have to postpone the project a couple of times due to making sure that everything was there, especially the trees, because we had to get them from Rutgers. But other than that, once everything was coordinated, we were good to go.
How'd you get the water there?
The water buffalo, Mr. Welder and Mr. Abernethy helped to get that there.
Awesome. And what kind of trees and shrubs did you plant?
So Rutgers donated the dogwood trees, and then
Dogwoods.
we also got 2 trees from Ant Nursery that were sweet crep myrtles, and then
Oh, nice.
Dr. Erickson donated the shrubs, which were the sweet bushes.
Very nice. Great job.
Thank you.
Well done.
Okay, you're next. Now, do you have a presentation?
No, I just have a little speech here.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Alright, so, hi, what's this? Hi, my name is Millen Shaw. I'm a Boy Scout with Troop 40. I'm a Life Scout and the SPL of my troop. And I just, here to talk to you guys today about a Eagle project that I'm starting to plan, and it's still in the planning process. So I've talked to my Scoutmaster and my Eagle coach, and they've given me the good to go. So right now, I'm just working on figuring out just the materials and what I need to do in the future. So I'll be building a garden at the Baird Homestead, which is going to focus on historical medicinal plants. And the garden will be about 10 by 15 feet. It might be a little bit bigger as I'm planning, and that's bound to change in the future. But that's about what we have right now. And I'll be researching with my troop what kinds of plants we'll use. And they'll be some of them will be from colonial times, others will be from present day. And I'll have labels set up for the plants to, teach visitors about their uses and kind of how we use them today and in the past. So the purpose of the project is kind of to be a little bit educational as well. So along with those labels, I'll be building a website with my troop. And it could be in addition to the Baird Homestead website or just my own website. And it'll have information, like I said, about the use of the plants, the history of the plants, and kind of their impact on, the environment. And in addition to the garden, I'm hoping to build a fence to prevent deer and rabbits and any other animals from getting inside the garden, and also a gravel pathway around the side of the garden, so that way it makes it nicer and makes it more accessible for the visitors. And I just wanted to let you guys know my plans for the project, and Looking forward to working with Baird Homestead and Millstone. So thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Do you have a specific spot picked on at the Baird House?
Yeah, so we have,
Okay.
it's like closer to the entrance, so it's like right next to one of the pathways. The gravel pathway will be on the other side of the garden, so that way visitors can walk on the side that already has the pathway, and then the gravel pathway on the other side of the garden.
Do you have a favorite plant yet?
So I'm gonna plan on researching the plants with my troop, but two of the ones I was thinking about was chamomile and dandelions, which are both like anti-inflammatory and like antioxidants. So that's just two examples of plants that we use.
Excellent.
Sounds great.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Excited to
awesome.
see it.
40 is where?
Troop 40 is in West Windsor, so
Okay.
about 30 minutes away.
Great. Awesome.
Thank you. Want to come up for a
Yeah.
picture?
Sure.
It's a little embarrassing, both these kids are taller than me. That's a conversation for another day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tripping hazard.
So Pat, these are both run through the historic?
They're both being mentored by the Friends of Millstone Township Historic Registered Properties, a nonprofit organization at
Okay.
the Baird Homestead. And I would just like to let you know that we're asking the boys permission for the boys to go home and do their homework instead of staying through the whole meeting.
Oh, no, they
Oh,
can.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
And we're very
Absolutely. You're more
proud.
than welcome to stay, but, you know, the weather
Yeah.
could get a little iffy, so,
We're
you know,
very
feel free
proud
to
to be
leave.
working with two very young men who are very dedicated and showing great leadership.
Yeah, great projects too.
Yeah, awesome. Very great
Looking
projects.
forward.
Good luck.
If we can help in any way, obviously, you know how to reach out. To DBW Abernathy. Thank you, guys.
All
Have a
right,
great
thank
night.
you.
You too.
Take care.
All right, take care.
Yeah, just go.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay, we're gonna start with correspondence, resignation letter from Denise Uhas, violation clerk, effective May 1st, 2026. Ordinances, second reading, ordinance 2610, an ordinance accepting right-of-way dedication for a portion of block 48, a lot 11.02, located at 103 Brookside Road.
Explanatory statement, this ordinance accepts a right-of-way dedication for the portion of Block 48, Lot 11.02, affidavit of publication presented. I will open up to the public to discuss this at
8:13.
8:13. Does anybody want to discuss this particular item? No, I will close it to the public at.
8:13.
Can I ask for a motion to adopt or table?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any committee discussion? Nope.
Okay, gonna do roll call vote. Deputy Mayor Morse?
Yes?
Committee Person Zabrowski?
Yes.
Committee Person Ziner?
Yes.
Committee Person Davis.
Yes.
Second reading, ordinance 26-11, ordinance accepting conservation easement for a portion of block 16, lot 9.06, located at 900 Reich Drive.
Explanatory statement, this ordinance accepts a conservation easement for a portion of block 16, lot 9.06 upon completion of improvements and release of performance guarantees. Affidavit of publication presented. I will open up to the public at,
8:13,
I will close it to the public at,
8:14,
I will ask for a motion to adopt or table.
I'll move to adopt.
I'll second it.
Any committee discussion? No?
okay, roll call. Committee Person Zabrowski?
Yes.
Committee Person Ziner?
Yes.
Committee Person Davis?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Morris?
Yes.
First reading, ordinance 26-12, bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $1 million, providing for the acquisition of land and improvements thereto, in and for the Township of Millstone in the County of Monmouth, New Jersey, and authorizing the issuance of $950,000 bonds or notes of the township for financing part of the appropriation.
Explanatory statement, this ordinance provides funding for the acquisition of land and improvements for the Township of Millstone and appropriating $1 million for such purpose. Can I get a motion to adopt or table?
I move to adopt.
I'll second it.
Any committee discussion? No?
Okay, roll call. Committee Person Ziner.
Yes.
Committee Person Davis.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Morris.
Yes.
Committee Person Zabroski.
Yes.
Second reading and public hearing to be held on June 3rd, 2026 at 8 p.m. at the Millstone Township Meeting Room, 215 Millstone Road, Prineville, New Jersey. First reading, ordinance 26-13, ordinance accepting conservation easement for a portion of block 39.01, lot 19.02, located at 76 Backbone Hill Road.
Explanatory statement, this ordinance accepts a conservation easement for a portion of block 39.01, lot 19.002. Can I get a motion to adopt or table?
I'll make the motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Any committee discussion? No?
Okay, roll call. Committee Person Ziner.
Yes.
Committee Person Davis.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Morris.
Yes.
Committee Person Zabroski.
Yes.
Second reading and public hearing to be held on June 3rd, 2026 at 8 p.m. at the Millstone Township Meeting Room, 215 Millstone Road, Prineville, New Jersey. Resolutions. 26-127, resolution setting forth reason for delay of introduction of municipal budget for 2026.
Can I get a motion to adopt or table?
I'll make the motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Any committee discussion? No?
Okay, roll call. Committee Person Davis.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Morris.
Yes.
Committee Person Zabroski.
Yes.
Committee Person Ziner.
Yes.
Resolution 26-128, introduction of the municipal budget for the year 2026.
Can I get a motion to adopt or table?
I'll make a motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Any committee discussion? No?
Okay, roll call. Deputy Mayor Morris.
Yes.
Committee Person Davis.
Yes.
Committee Person Zabroski.
Yes.
Committee Person Ziner.
Yes.
Okay, the public hearing to be held on June 17, 2026 at 8 p.m. at the Millstone Township Meeting Room, 215 Millstone Road, Prineville, New Jersey, 08535. Consent resolutions. All matters listed under item consent agenda are considered routine by the Township Committee and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. There will be no separate discussion on these items. If discussion is desired of any item, that item will be considered separately. 26-129, payment of vouchers, May 20th, 2026. 26-130, governing body certification of compliance with the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's enforcement guidance on the consideration of arrest and conviction records in employment decisions under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. 26-131, resolution denying consent for Treatment Works approval permit application for 520 Route 33 LLC, Block 20, Lot 3.14, located at 520 Route 33. 26-132, resolution authorizing execution of a shared service agreement between the Township of Millstone and the Borough of Englishtown for shared tax collector services. 26-133, amending resolution number 26-01, appointing professionals for 2026 and authorizing execution of a consent to assignment of contracts with Arathon, Inc. 26-134, resolution appointing members to the Open Space Preservation Council. 26-135, resolution of the Township of Millstone, County of Monmouth, State of New Jersey, opposing Senate Bill number S-1786.
Can I get a motion to adopt or table?
Move to adopt.
I'll second.
Roll call. Committee Person Davis.
Yes.
Committee Person Zabroski.
Yes.
Committee Person Ziner.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Morris.
Yes.
Reports from various departments for April 2026. Tax collector, $2,523,291.08. Clerk's report, $1,889. Dog license, $1,274.40. Municipal Court, $9,133.21. Recreation, $25,919.72. Construction, $39,551. COA, $7,356, and the 2026 interest revenue is included.
Can I get a motion to file?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Township Committee minutes, there are none presented. Application for a social affairs permit. Millstone Township Elks PBOE number 2613 filed for a social affairs permit for an event to be held on August 15, 2026 from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at 22 Burnt Tavern Road, Clarksburg, New Jersey. Rain date is August 16, 2026.
Can I get a motion to approve or table?
I make the motion to approve it.
I'll second.
And there is an all in favor, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Loyal Order of Moose Jackson Lodge, number 1459, filed for a social affairs permit for an event to be held on June 5th, 2026, and June 6th, 2026, from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. at 560 Monmouth Road, Millstone, New Jersey.
Can I get a motion to approve or table?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Go ahead.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Got liaison reports? Yep.
The first is George Washington's encampment will be held on Saturday, May 30th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Baird Homestead at 24 Baird Road. Free and open to the public, family friendly with activities for people of all ages. Come join Millstone Township as we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution. Food and drink will be available for purchase from food trucks on site. Free parking will be available from the Baird Homestead at the Millstone Township Middle School. The second thing I have is the Millstone Township Open Space Preservation Council and Agricultural Advisory Council will be holding their annual clam bake on Sunday, June 7th at Wagner Farm Park. Tickets are available for $60 for adults, $15 for children. Tickets must be purchased in advance, and they actually have to be purchased by May 29th in order to attend. That's it.
Thank you, Tara. Anything, Mr. Davis?
Yeah, first of all, from the Environmental Commission, I want to thank the public. Everybody came out on April 18th for our annual stream bank cleanup. We collected 1 ton of garbage, basically, which is actually a lower amount than usual, which means we're making headway. Normally we have tires and a lot of heavy stuff that we have to collect. This year it's just mostly litter and smaller beer bottles and liquor bottles. So, but we did a lot on that day, so thank you everybody who came out. Also, the Environmental Commission is working with the regional commissions around this, our area, as there's watershed management plans that are required by the NJDEP to be performed. We have joined a regional group to do the Assapink water management plan at no cost to the town. So those, there's another meeting coming up this week to perfect those plans, but that's what's going on from the Environmental Commission. And the Shade Tree Commission for Arbor Day planted a sugar maple tree over at the Millstone Park. We have gator bags there, and there's other trees that were planted previously, are all doing very well, thankfully. So more trees to make everything beautiful and help our environment. So that's what I got.
Thanks, sir. Okay, a couple of quick updates from recreation meeting this past week. First thing was the condition of the fields in our parks. Big area of discussion, not a new discussion, but a big area in concern of the conditions, the maintenance, and where we're going. So engaged with Administrator Abernathy, consulting with turf management experts to get an understanding of where the current fields are and what the remediation plans will be. The impact to that would be we're going to have to be rotating fields and we may not be able to use the preferred fields that programs want to use, but the small impact during that time, the turf and the condition of the turf are going to outweigh, using Millstone Park versus Abbott Park or Wagner Farm Park. The Rec Commission is also coming up with a field rotation plan on, once we do have a remediation plan and we review our maintenance plan to make sure that, whatever we do and spend the money to remediate gets maintained properly, so we're not in the same condition again. There'll be a resting plan that's gonna show how we're gonna keep that and make sure we don't put ourselves right back in the same position. Also met with a contractor this week at Abbott Park to evaluate the conditions there. Avakian was there as well. Multiple options that are gonna be available that would prevent cracks in that surface for up to 50 years, which is a new product that we were just made aware of. It's definitely more expensive than we anticipated, but I would say, when you say, Kevin, in the next couple of weeks we'll get something a little more
I'm hoping to
concrete,
have numbers back in the next couple of days.
on how we're going to do that, what it's going to be. The first pass is basically every surface is going to be redone, the wall's going to be removed, cracks are going to be remediated, the parking lot's going to be looked at, budget permitting to do something there. So-
Basically, the fence, the posts go, but maybe the fence can be
Yeah,
salvaged.
sounds like the
Everything
only one we
else is
can
gonna
salvage
be new.
is the fence, so, that's gonna be purely budgetary, on that. We're gonna open it up to the public at the end, and you can come up and ask any question you'd like to ask. Another project that's well underway, it was a grant that was written, called Rest and Reflect. You may have saw some cement pads out in Millstone Park, and I think we got at least 50% of the benches installed. There'll be over 100 trees installed after. Obviously, now's not the ideal planting time. It'll be in the fall. The idea behind that was to put them around the walking path, put them in certain areas that people can sit and enjoy, whether they watch the game, whether they're watching the courts. And then there's going to be a program that's going to be initiated that you would be able to donate and add plaques and put family names or in memory of or whatever you would like to do. And we'll be putting that information out. It'll be pushed not only through the Township website but the recreation website. If the program gets great adoption, then we'll move that to other areas of the town, including other parks. That's all from my liaison updates. Kevin, you have anything before we get on to new business?
No, I think for now, I think you're good.
Okay. I'll do these in comments from the days.
Okay.
Okay. All right, new business, Buck Mining renewal application for a 2-year mining permit.
You want him to come up and talk, or?
I mean, to us, it's pretty self-explanatory what you're asking, right? I think, we're relying on you to give us an update of
Well, I did
where
a
we
report.
currently are.
I did a report, and you have it too. I mean, this mine's been around for 50, 60 years. It was approved to certain elevations back then, and we still haven't reached that elevation yet. But a few years ago, they slowed down. They came here, we thought they were done. Then they came back they had another customer to sell more soil. Then I don't know if they finished that or not, then they came back again. So anyway, we've been giving them 1-year extensions every time for the last 3-4 years. And one of the problems we had was the Pine Hill Road's condition. So they paved it knowing that we're gonna be done this year, so we don't have to have trucks going over this newly paved road. And we also released a bond for paving the road. So now they want to come back again for 2 more years of soil removal, which I'm concerned with the road condition, what would happen to it.
Yeah, I mean,
We have-
we're
and we have no
also
bond for it.
concerned. I think that the 2-year, we haven't approved a 2-year in the last 3 years, so I don't
It's been a
anticipate
year,
us
year,
approving
year,
anything
and
more
then-
than a year if we even do that. I
And-
think would
And
be the
one
starting
thing,
point.
and one thing that was the Monmouth County Park System has been shown interest to purchasing this mine plus the adjoining mine, the Campo mine. And I haven't heard anything from the county. I know Kevin tried to reach out to him. Did you hear from anybody, Kevin?
I think they're still in conversations.
Just told conversation, just, from what I hear, they've gone there a few times, they've done some appraisals, but I don't know what's going on with the county either. Because usually county says, take it to this elevation and we'll buy it, or leave it as it is, but we haven't heard anything from the county, how they want to purchase this and when. So that's where we're at. But right now, problem is, we just paved the road.
Yeah. Well, look, our issue was the residents that came in and was concerned about the
The
conditions of the
only
road.
complaint we've had for this mine all these years was the road condition, and once in a while the road is dirty, but they clean it up right away. So it's just the road condition been the major problem that we had with this mine. And it's fixed, but I'm just afraid what would happen to it next.
Well, I think, again, if we're gonna consider the application, we would need to understand reinitiating the bond, right? Because it clearly can't cover another year of wear and tear. We need to understand that all your requirements that you kind of set forth are being
So the same
covered.
requirements we have in every
Right, and then
year
we
or two.
absolutely would like to know where the conversations with the county are going and the timing of that, right? We've always said we never wanted to kind of limit and stop you from being able to make money, right? But it's preserving the roads and how we want to do it, I think is gonna drive our decision.
And again,
I can't think of how we would extend it more than 1 year based on what we've done for the last 3 years, right? So I think, if you want to come back at the next meeting and maybe have answers to all of that, that would be very helpful, and then we can consider the application.
Well, as far as I know, the county wants to buy it. They're definitely gonna buy it regardless if they buy Campos or whatever, they want ours.
Could you
There's certain things they
state
want.
your name
Just
for the
come up here.
record, please? I know, sorry.
I guess you've been working today, huh?
I had an MRI done on my knee, I don't know what's wrong with it,
Sorry.
but old age. William Stone, representing Buck Mining. My wife's been in constant contact with, I think the fellow's name is Paul, from the county. Okay, they're definitely interested in our property, regardless if they buy Campos or not. One of the things they did ask us, if we could, is if they do purchase Campos, we'd be willing to help them if there's any kind of work that has to be done. And we said, no problem. So, but, we had the big contract, which we've been talking about. We've been supplying with material. Now that fuel's over $5 a gallon, we can't get truck drivers that want to work. So, but the only reason we want to keep going is generate the money to do the restoration, which we started doing in certain areas. So,
Yeah, I don't think we want to get in the way of that, but we just need to make sure that all the stipulations that we've been agreed and working, with you and
well, I think
the operation
you gave me
just
everything you
maintains
asked
that way.
for, right?
I have the package. Again, right now our concern is the road condition.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Right now, yes.
You could do 80, 90 miles an hour on that
And
road.
what would
Hey,
We would prefer you didn't,
what would happen if it starts cracking up?
yeah.
We fix.
You will fix it, but there's no bond, there's no assurance.
The bond issue is gonna be a requirement of just, I can save you a step for next time, but I think that's gonna be something, it's something we've already required and you've already provided, so I think at a minimum, because that will cover if, another resident comes in and complains or we're not in compliance and you're not doing your part of the deal, so.
Right, yeah. So far, it's holding up good. I mean, there's no,
It's been fine so far. I don't know how many trucks they go through there. I'm not sure how busy, you're not that busy. So.
no.
It's only not right now.
It's just when you get
12,
busy, you
15.
have so many trucks going back and forth, that's when the trouble starts.
Is the local municipal tax up to date?
Yeah. I think that we just paid it yesterday. All the taxes are paid in full.
So you want him to come back next month to see
Yeah, I mean,
what he wants to do as far as
Yeah.
posting a bond?
absolutely. I mean, follow the,
do you have a number in your head, you think, or you want
I-
to, before the next meeting, we could,
I do
present
have a
something?
number on my report, 100,000. But the price of asphalt's going up, so. I think they paved it last time for 70, 80,000,
It's
something
like
like
80.
that.
No, it
It's
costs
like
us
85,000.
Is it? No.
Yeah. Yeah, the original bid was, I think, 76,000.
That was
And then-
Mika.
Yeah, Miko did it, but by the time we did it, it
Price went up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you pave it now, it's probably 150. The price of asphalt's gone up, so. I'll be okay with 100,000, to be honest with you, because if something goes bad on the road, it's not the whole road, you may have to do a
Yeah.
section of it.
Right.
So
And
it's up to you.
currently, we have one bond on file for
That bond
51.
is for restoration of the
Yeah.
mine itself.
Oh, that's for restoration, so you want another bond for
For the-
100,000.
For the road repair.
Is the
Potential
50,
road.
is the 51 adequate enough to restore the steep slopes?
Under the new bond act, yes. And they're gonna have to restore it, they're gonna sell it to someone too, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm thinking if he has to do Campo,
I don't know, again, those are unknown questions, nobody knows what the county
Yeah.
wants.
Nobody knows what they're doing right now. I think there's lawyers involved, so,
But if you can get us an update next meeting too, that would be helpful.
yeah. Well, we did ask Paul to write a letter, but he never did. And
It'd
then
be
she
great
talked to
to
him
get
today.
something from them, where they're going with this thing. I mean, and do you think a 1 year is all you need, or, I know you asked for 2 year in your application.
Well, it's because it's a 2-year bond, a 2-year.
Yeah, 2 year by
So,
ordinance.
that doesn't mean I want to keep going 2 more years. I just want to be able to sell
Mhm.
if I need to, and then it'll cover the cost of the seed, fuel.
I know, that's right now.
I-
Trucking is
I
very
bought
expensive.
fuel yesterday, it was $4,000. And then one of my excavators went down, it was $15,000 for a turbo,
Yeah.
not including the 2 days they came to look at the machine to find out what was wrong with it. That was another $5,900, so very expensive, the equipment.
All right, you let us know by next meeting what you wanna do, so.
Well,
The permit renews, or
End
June
of
30th?
End of June, yeah.
Right.
so when's the next meeting?
June 3rd.
June 3.
Right.
And is
June
that-
First Wednesday, 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
It's a
from
Wednesday.
Okay, it's the first Wednesday of June.
If,
Mhm.
then there's another one 2 weeks after that, so we have 2 meetings in June, right?
Mhm.
third and 17th.
I'll let her know.
Yeah.
If you
I
get
know
somebody
about
from the
bond.
county, come talk to us, it'd be great,
I
a
wish
letter
they
or
would.
anything, I know, so.
Like I said, they're very
Yeah.
interested in that piece.
Yeah, we'll even get, just have them call me if you want.
Okay.
If you have somebody from the county, if, you know, if they don't wanna come to a meeting, you know, have them relay what their interest is to me.
You haven't called the,
Well, they're supposed to be coming out, well, the doctor, the guy from Rutgers, he was supposed to come out.
Dr. Miller.
Yeah, in March, but with the weather conditions, now I think maybe sometime in June, so hopefully.
Is the county gonna meet him there as well?
I hope so.
If somebody wants to let me know when it is,
Yeah, I'll let you know. You can come out there yourself.
Thanks, Wade.
All right, have a good night.
Thank
you.
Thanks for coming out.
Get home safe. Okay, any old business? Any additional comments from the dais? I have a couple. So, the primary election early in-person voting will be conducted on Tuesday, May 26th through Sunday, May 31st. Designated polling locations will be open 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. from Tuesday through Saturday and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday. The two closest locations would be Manalapan Township, Monmouth County Library Headquarters, meeting rooms 1, 2, and 3 at 125 Sims Drive, or in Upper Freehold Township, Hope Fire Company Number 1, meeting room, which is located at 82 Route 526 in Allen. Would also like to read something on behalf of Mayor Farrow on the passing of one of our employees. Donna Marie Arbia, 60, of Millstone, passed away peacefully on Friday, May 8th, 2026. Members of the Arbia family, friends, and neighbors and residents of our community. We read this today with heavy hearts, but also with minds full of profound gratitude. I speak on behalf of the town that is grieving, but more importantly, a town that was made immeasurably better by Donna, who lived in it. To lose someone like Donna is to feel a sudden quiet absence in the places that used to be filled with her warmth. She was not someone who sought the spotlight or demanded recognition, yet her impact on our community was undeniable. She understood a fundamental truth that many of us spend a lifetime trying to learn, that true friendship and true service is not about titles, but about the quiet, constant acts of kindness and dedication that hold a community together. Donna Marie was the kind of resident every mayor and township dream of having in their community. She was a builder of bridges, a comforter of those in need, and a steady, reliable presence of grace. Whenever there was a need in our town, Donna didn't look around to see who would step up. She simply rolled up her sleeves and did the work herself. Her compassion wasn't abstract. It was felt by everyone who crossed her path. Donna was born on October 19, 1965 in Brooklyn, New York, and spent her early years there and then in Staten Island before making her home in Millstone 17 years ago. She embraced the farm lifestyle wholeheartedly, finding joy in gardening, caring for her animals, horseback riding, barrel racing, and team penning. All else above, she cherished her family. Donna enjoyed cooking and hosting holiday gatherings and had her famous meatballs and lasagna, which were always a favorite. She had a special way of turning an ordinary day into a celebration for people she loved. Donna was honored as a Golden Gloves recipient for her skills at shortstop. She also enjoyed listening to country music with her husband Ralph, and together they shared a fondness for dragonflies. Donna was a caring, loving person who touched the lives not only of her children, but every person fortunate to know her. Donna is now reunited in heaven with her beloved parents, Dominic and Winfred Kofi, hope I didn't say that wrong, and mother-in-law Anna Marie Arbia. She will be deeply missed and forever cherished by her devoted husband of 33 years, Ralph, her children Melissa, Ralph III, Justin, and Joseph. To her beloved family, please know the people in town wrap their arms around you. We share in your sorrow, but we also share in the immense pride. The legacy she leaves behind isn't written in stone or in the walls of Town Hall, but is written in the hearts of people she touched, the lives she bettered, and the community she helped shape. As we say our final goodbyes to Donna, let us honor her memory not just with our tears, but with our actions. Let's carry forward her spirit of selflessness. Let's be a little kinder to our neighbors, a little more present to our families, and a little more dedicated to the town she dearly loved. Donna Marie, thank you for your beautiful life, your generous heart, and your endless service to all. May you rest in eternal peace. I don't know if anyone has anything else to say.
Yeah, I'd actually add to that. So, a lot of the residents may know Donna. She was a dear friend and colleague working in our construction department. So whenever you came in there, she always was very helpful, and she didn't need to work. She just enjoyed helping the residents.
Very sweet lady. Kind-hearted.
I'll tell you a quick story. So when we had an opening in the rec department, and she knew that we were struggling, trying to get it off and running because the programs run, they don't stop, and we have to keep it. And she sat and she asked me about the job because we wanted to interview for it, and she was like, I don't know anything about recreation, but I know you need it, and I'm happy to do it. Right? So that just shows the character of this woman. Didn't really care that she didn't know how to do it, but knew there was a need and just wanted to step in and fill it. So, okay. Any other comments from the days? Okay. I will open it up to the public at
8:43.
8:43. If you want to come up now, you can come up now. I know it's a tough act to follow, but.
State your name and address.
Been a resident at Pleasant Run, Quail Hill Estates for 32 years. Purpose of my being here tonight is to hopefully close the process for the road, Quail Hill. I've been meeting with the Department of DPW, Leon, probably over 2.5 years.
Matt.
Oh, Matt?
My company's name is Leon.
Ah, okay.
Call me every
You
No,
wonder-
he's been a gentleman, anyway.
Now you know why it didn't get done.
I know he's retiring.
I was gonna say, he's retiring, you can call him whatever you want.
Right, anyway, I'm trying to close this process. The potholes, there's no longer potholes. When you drive up Quail Hill, it looks like a bunker bomb hit the middle of the street. It's 15 feet front to back, the width of the road, dangerous. And I don't know how often I have to make a comment to people, and to the department a couple times.
So
It's always on the top of the list.
Well, I don't know if it's top of the list, but if you
Well-
don't mind, I'll answer for you. So I'm supposed to tomorrow get, there's a handful of roads. Dugan's Grove, there's Quail Hill, there's Gordon, the north side of Parkside, and then there's Fletcher. Felcher. Part of Felcher's in us, part of it's East Windsor. The mayor of East Windsor said if we do ours, she'll work on getting theirs done, and the same with Gordon. So I'm supposed to have these numbers tomorrow. So as soon as we get the numbers tomorrow, I'm hoping that reasonably priced, that we'll be able to try to get a special program to get those roads addressed as soon as we can get it out to bid.
And what if it doesn't?
And maybe not even have to put it out to bid.
Yeah, what if it doesn't? We continue?
So, no, my intention is get it done.
Oh,
Because those are
What we need to avoid is a mishap. Kids ride up and down with their little motor scooters. You hit that.
well, there shouldn't be ride motor scooters on the road.
Well, it
but
doesn't
that's
matter.
another story.
That's what they do. They shouldn't, there's a lot of things people
So
shouldn't be doing.
if
but
someone's
they do.
breaking laws, I can't help you. The road needs to be fixed.
It needs to be
More-
fixed.
More than potholes.
Yes.
Where there's a whole section. Do you remember how many feet offhand, Matt? How many feet, Matt, Michael,
it's
they're
300
measuring
feet.
out for?
I don't think he measured Quail Hill. We're not.
No,
doing-
it was, Quail was definitely
But
there.
we're not doing a whole Quail Hill.
Correct.
We're doing up to a certain point when you come in.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Clarksburg Road, I
So-
think 300 feet in.
It should not
Yeah,
be.
there's something like that. I don't
should
have
not-
the exact
It should
number
not be as
here.
expensive as whole road or.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have those numbers tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to, with our budget here, that we're in the process of passing, there was monies left to make sure that we have that kind of numbers.
And if you do get the budgeting, the funding, will happen this year?
Yeah,
Yeah, we have a contractor already, so
yeah.
it will be
No,
done.
I'm hoping like, not
Summer.
even fall, like summer or earlier the better.
Yeah. well,
You know, we realize, I don't know if I asked a couple of weeks ago if you wanted to take a ride at Gordon, go take a ride at Felcher if you haven't, and then, just see why they're in the same kind of, they're actually worse than you.
Oh, you gotta see all the blacktop that's on the side of the
Oh, yeah,
roads
I know.
from plowing.
I know all your neighbors.
Builds up, builds up, builds up.
No, I understand, but.
I know, I'm not, I know
That-
you're working on it.
Yeah.
I just need to resolve it. and
No,
get a commitment.
but the patching isn't gonna resolve it anymore, so.
Oh, no, it's got,
So-
It
no,
has to be milled and paved, that's all.
yes.
Yeah.
Things will be-
Can I
So
stop?
the idea is if we could put a few of the roads together, we get a better price on somebody,
Understood.
come in, bang it out,
Yeah.
and be done.
Yep.
So,
Can I stop by your office next week, get an update?
Sure.
Will you know before next week?
he'll tell you, come see him in June, because he won't be here, but that's another story.
Well, whoever's there,
Somebody will be there.
Yeah, you could come see my
Yeah, we'll
office.
call
I
Kevin.
wasn't
Call Kevin
in,
next week.
you,
It's a
you were
first.
in,
See
you,
Kevin.
you were in the other day, and I wasn't in my office, so I'm in the back
Fine.
next to Kathleen's office.
one other item. You brought it up about Bay Park
Mm.
and the pavement. The tennis courts. Tennis courts aren't bad, but you got joint,
they're
you
bad.
got gap. Is
They're
that-
bad.
They're
They're
bad.
I don't know if you were.
Every surface there, the plan is to redo, and not
Really?
fix, completely replace.
Redo, really?
Brand new everything, and we're even looking at different systems that we're
Really?
being told that that's 50 years without a crack.
Get rid
Right,
of
so-
the asphalt, put 4 inches of concrete down, then put a material on top of it.
Well, you know what, if you have a process and you have timeline, I'm great with that.
Yeah, so we're getting pricing now.
Mhm.
We have to leverage that pricing to what we already budgeted.
Mhm.
We're certainly gonna look for grant money, right, to try to leverage the dollar that we spend. And either way, something massive is getting done there. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
and the
too bad.
concession that not that I'm part of the process, my concession would be, just fill in the crack.
Well, we've
It's
done
not-
that, and
it's
it's
not-
not,
really?
it's not working.
It doesn't work
Doesn't
that
work.
easy, you know.
Well,
We would prefer to,
It doesn't last that long.
yeah.
No, it
The
does not.
courts are
right.
20 years old
And
already.
the crack
time.
is-
Really?
It's ready-
crack
it's
is
ready to
so
be redone.
wide.
It is wide, it is wide.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. All right,
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Very good.
Have a good night.
See you tomorrow.
all right, thank you.
get carried away to that list?
Yeah, not on this one.
Good evening. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, please drive. I don't know if you drove those other streets since I mentioned it 2 weeks ago.
I hit Quail Hill today.
Alright.
I hit that pothole,
Yeah, they're bad.
Hit Gordon Road.
and I'm not in a motorcycle.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying, that's what we gotta get taken care of. Sorry.
No, no worries at all. Good evening, Chair, good evening, body. I'm Daniel Francisco, I'm the mayor in Englishtown, borough right south, north of you guys. I'm joined by my colleague, John Elite, who is our council president. Just to put it briefly, I just want to extend my gratitude on the resolution to work together on the shared service. Appreciate it, Mr. Abernathy, your help with Kim. For us, we're a small borough, we're 2,300 people, smaller than you guys. It's very important to us that we leverage these kind of relationships to run our borough efficiently. So just wanted to say thank you and looking forward to working together. Mayor Farrow's always been a class act. He visits our borough often. We get along really well with him, so we're looking forward to our teams working together. And say hello to my friend Sam as well when you see him. Thank you, everybody.
Sam's their engineer.
Thank you.
Sam Malarkey.
All right, thank you.
Look forward to work right there.
Do we need to lower that mic for you, Ms. Butch?
Maybe. Yes.
Or give you a chair?
I'm Pat Butch, 40 Proudland Way. I'm here tonight to invite everybody to come to the George Washington encampment on May 30th, next weekend, a weekend from next Saturday, a week from this Saturday. It's a free event. Please come, enjoy the day. We are celebrating the 250th anniversary of our nation. We will have George Washington there with 2 of his soldiers, New Jersey's 1st Infantry. We will have Martha Washington, Hannah Till. We will be doing presentations, and we'll have a game for students to play with free prizes. We hope to see everybody. And if somebody would like to volunteer to help, we could still use some extra volunteers. Yes.
I'll volunteer.
Thank you. Okay, I have your name on there.
I didn't really have a choice,
Where is
but
it
yes,
at
I will
again?
volunteer.
Pardon?
Baird House?
Homestead.
Okay.
Yes, and actually, George Washington and his 2 men and their horses will be camping overnight there the night before. So yes, it should be an exciting day.
Tara already put a push. I don't know if you were here when she put a plug out for you already as
No,
well.
I think
too,
I
so,
went
yeah.
out to the car for a few minutes. But thank you for that plug. I did not hear.
I've been plugging it for weeks now.
Good.
Meetings now.
And Tara also helped us get the middle school as a rain location in case we have bad weather. So please come out and join the celebration.
Okay.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Speaking of celebrations, Monday is Memorial Day.
Yes.
So the parade kicks off in 4 Red Valley Road in Millstone Park and goes about a quarter mile up to the municipal building and the memorial. So the parade, I guess assembly is at 8, parade's at 9, and you're probably in your car by 10:15, 10:30 on your way home. So
When is the ceremony
No,
at the
actually,
memorial?
the
It's right
ceremony's at
after.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Yeah.
It starts at 10, the parade is
And
9:15.
it won't start before 10, it'll start at
At
10
10.
or later.
The ceremony, 10.
10.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? All right, I'd like to close to the public at.
8:53.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
What I had, Tara and
Tara
Jeff.
and then Jeff.
All in favor?
Aye.
Time out.
Okay, time out, 8:53.
Thank you.
Everybody get home safe.
Yes. Okay, I need to turn this off, run in the back and shut it down.
Good.